With Supergirl releasing and not being that well loved by audiences, I personally liked the movie, but I thought they could improve on quite a lot of stuff. Here are a few changes I would make to Supergirl, specifically 10 changes. First off, I would make the second act, the sort of planet where Supergirl and Lobo are on, I would make that more accurate to the book. I think that just having them, either adapt issues 3, 4, 5, 6, any one of those could have been better than what they went with. I feel like one thing that could have helped this movie is being more accurate to the book, and that's an area where it would have benefited the most, in my opinion at least. I know a lot of people really loved it. I still liked the second act. I just thought that making it more accurate would make it better. Next, what I think they could have improved on is adding more things between Kara and Ruthie. I don't mean more scenes, but I mean more emotional scenes instead of them just bickering, which I know they do in the comics a lot. But I feel like adding a few scenes of Kara just being really nice to her, like the hand washing scene. I know that was one Eve Ridley, who plays Kara, wanted to see in the movie. I would have loved that as well. I was really hoping we'd see that, but we didn't. I think that could have improved on it a lot and helped the dynamic in this movie be better, therefore helping the movie itself be better. Next is I would have added a flying scene with really nice visuals, like maybe after Supergirl heals from the green planet, I would have shown her flying to the current planet because we all knew that she was going to save Ruthie. I would have shown us a nice flying scene, maybe in space, like to capture those visuals of the comic because the comic is very beautiful. And I know that they didn't go for that look for the movie because for some reason Craig Gillespie did not read the book. I just feel like adding that could have shown us that they can do those visuals, and they actually did for like a 2 minute sequence in the movie. That would have been awesome. Next is I would have reduced the third act muddiness that this movie had around like the Supergirl needle drop, there is a lot of mud and like gray and brown going around this movie. I would have cut that completely. I like the way it looks before. That really made people think the visuals are bad when this movie actually looks great a lot. I think that fixing that would have left a better impression on how good the movie actually looked as a film. Next change I'd make is less needle drops in the movie and more score. The theme for Supergirl slaps, in my opinion. I know some people who don't like it, but I personally did, and I think that using the score in the movie more instead of the needle drops could have made it better. Like a few of the needle drops hit, I think only one I actually liked, and I think that using the score over some of those scenes could have been a lot better. Like the third act needle drop that went viral for being so bad, I think you could have replaced that with that score, and it would have been a lot better, and people wouldn't make fun of the movie as much as they do. It's tiny details like this that could have really helped the movie and really made it less discussed and like less made fun of because it is made fun of a lot online. Another thing that I feel like I would have changed is make Supergirl not kill Krem. At first, I was thinking in the context of the movie, there's no place she can send him. Like, we don't know if the Phantom Zone exists in the DCU. There's no place she can send him to hide him from Ruthie, but deleted scenes actually confirm that they were gonna send him to the Phantom Zone. She just killed him instead. I feel like that makes her seem like a hypocrite on the surface for not wanting Ruthie to take revenge when Kara literally kills the guy at the end. I feel like the story hits a lot harder if they adapt the original ending of Woman of Tomorrow. And like a lot of things in this movie, like the cliches of this movie, all happen differently in the original comic to the point where they're not even cliches. I think doing that would have helped subvert expectations a lot more. I feel like people would have enjoyed it a lot more as well. I just wish that she didn't kill him at the end. That really did not put a smile on my face. It didn't make me happy. It actually made me really upset that they changed the ending from that amazing comic. Next change I would make is instead of Krem being a trafficker, which he can still be, I would have made it so that on every planet the Brigands go on, they leave a lot of death and destruction, which makes Kara relate this to her home planet, which is also where we get the Argo City flashbacks. I think that could have been a lot better and make more sense in story instead of what they went with here. Again, that was a change from the comics that wasn't really needed. You can still do both. Just keep the comics one in as well. It was that easy. Next up is a change to Krem himself. I don't understand why you had to change him into this monster. You could have kept him how he is in the comic. You cast an actor who looks just like him. You really don't have to change his design that much. Like, You really don't. I feel like you could have easily just kept his design the same. Like, there was no need to change that. That's another one of the unnecessary changes for this film. Another thing is I would have had Ruthie talk about her family a lot more because in the comic when she does, it's very sad. She keeps talking about her dad and how much she loved him. I feel like having her talk about her family a lot more in the story would have helped make you feel sad for her because although I did feel sad for her, it's not really a topic of discussion about her family. I think that having her talk to Supergirl about how they were like would have been so much better than what we had in the actual film. The last thing I would change is the post-credit scene slash ending. I personally would have done two things. First, have the movie end with Kara and Ruthie, going to wherever they're going, end it like that, then make the post-credit scene the final scene in the movie that we saw, and end the movie with a Supergirl will return in Man of Tomorrow. A lot of the general audience doesn't know she will be because James Gunn confirmed it on like threads. I think that putting it in a movie like MCU style would have been a lot better for the general audience and continuity in this movie because they're already aware that there is a sequel coming called Man of Tomorrow because of this, and they'll look into that so those that don't know will, and they'll, have another movie to look forward to. The number two thing that I would have done is keep the ending the exact same, but end it with a post-credit scene that is a scene from Man of Tomorrow. You could have done this. You're filming already. James Gunn confirmed that they are filming with Millie a lot right now, and they've filmed plenty. I don't know if there's a non-spoiler scene that you could put in the movie, but I feel like there is. Like, why can't you just put a scene of her in Man of Tomorrow just to confirm and to get us hyped for it? I feel like it was that simple, honestly. Let me know what changes you would make to the movie down in the comments, and I still have tons of more changes to make. Maybe if this video does well and you guys want it, I can make a part 2, or do this for other movies that, I didn't like as much as I could, or movies that I love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks so much for watching.